You're back with another one. This time we got top 10 One Piece character introductions. That's not even how I wanted to start it. That's not how I wanted to start it. It's by Vinny too, though. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe, join the Sad Boy Army, and let's get into it. Doom, 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 doom. You know I have to get all One Piece stuff. Got my Luffy drip on. Got the old school crew on my neck.
Such as their appearance, personality, powers, quirks, ambition, and backstory. And then, of course, there's the important character building tool, a powerful introduction. That brings me to the subject of my video today, the top 10 One Piece character introductions. One Piece, as we know, is full of characters big and small. Many of these
gotta be up
characters
there.
have blessed us with their imposing presence from their very first frame. These first impressions, even if they came hundreds of episodes ago, have stayed fresh in our minds. So without further delay, these are the top 10 One Piece character introductions.
Honestly, all of them. Yeah, the Supernovas, Zach gotta be on here too. That's all I was about to say.
Number 10. A gorgeous glutton, a gang boss, a magician, a guy with a killer tune, a magnetic redhead, a master assassin, a former law enforcer turned
Assassin?
outlaw, a mad
No, he's
monk,
just a
tattooed
murderer.
surgeon, a rubber-limbed airhead, and a swordsman with a penchant for losing his way. Do you recognize them? I'm sure you do. The Supernovas are the 11 pirates who made a name for themselves very early in their wayward careers by attracting bounties of over 100 million berries. Not only does this make them a serious threat to the world government and the Marines, it also gives them an air of notoriety, which they obviously revel in. Being such unrivaled talents, this lot do deserve a grand introduction, and that's exactly what they get in the Sarbodi Archipelago.
Okay, I gotta take this off. My shirt's small as hell right now.
And then by getting to display their exploits in what remains one of the most rambunctious multiplayer fights in One Piece.
I put on the shirt for a bit. I'm not gonna lie. The Supernovas are so cool, bro. I need an OVA of just like just a one adventure or something. Like what gave them that 100 million plus bounty. The what happened that give them that bounty. They could be at like 90 million and then they like trip a old man. I just need to see that. That could be an Apu's. He just literally trip an old man and then boom, 100 million. Right? Because that seems like something he'd do. Oh yeah, Rayleigh? He was enjoying it too.
Just 2 chapters after we were introduced to the Supernovas, we get to meet the famed former first mate of Pirate King Goldie Roger. It's a quietly powerful first impression, just right for a legend. A young mermaid
And the giant is like,
bought by
hey
slave
man,
traders and is to be
you
the
did that?
star attraction of an auction
I know that was you.
by the world nobles. The auctioneer is giving her a hard time, but as he attempts to put an exploding device around her neck, he suddenly passes out. Behind him, in a prison for other slaves, an old man with a familiar white beard takes a sip from his whiskey flask as the giant sitting beside him tells him he knows it was his haki that saved the mermaid. This is a clever introduction if you look deep enough. It starts off Rayleigh's story with a little display of haki, a teaser of sorts to the veteran pirate's future role as Luffy's haki coach.
Familiar? Have we seen Rayleigh's beard before? Because I'm pretty sure that was the literal first time we've ever seen him.
Next up, we have the Sandman himself, Crocodile. Before he's revealed to be the primary antagonist of the Alabasta arc, we meet Crocodile as the hero of the Desert Kingdom. Standing atop a tall building, all the townsfolk seem to love this imposing figure with a golden hook for a hand. They chant his name and hail him as their protector. Unlike most early villains in this long-running One Piece saga, Crocodile's had a gripping character trajectory and journey for what little we've seen of him. He started off as a former crime boss and warlord of the sea, who set out to steal an empire. He was one of the first powerful rivals to cross paths
Bootleg
with young
Doflamingo.
Luffy and hand him a devastating defeat. He later turned into an unlikely ally, but it's still a mystery where his loyalties really lie. Given his ever-evolving character and the potential for his return, Crocodile's introduction in Alabasta remains a memorable one.
That's what happens when you do things without without you try to copy
Weighing in at number
somebody,
7
you're not gonna do it the same. Doflamingo got away with his plan for 10 whole years. Was it 10? Or was it more? I feel like it was just 10. But he got away with it for a long ass time. He was in charge of Dressrosa for a long ass time. Crocodile didn't even get it because he tried to copy Doflamingo's vision.
Dracule Mihawk, the world's strongest swordsman.
Mouth dry as hell.
Hawkeye, as he's called, is an outlier even for a pirate. He's a single-man crew traveling the rough seas in a ridiculously small boat with a ridiculously large blade. He doesn't seem to like conflict, but doesn't shy away from it either. He seems noble and honorable, but isn't above being a warlord of the sea and on the world's government payroll. It's only right that he makes a strong impression on debut, his first act being to cut a pirate ship in half, leaving an entire fleet of pirates trembling in his wake. He's the man who single-handedly destroyed their 50-strong fleet on the Grand Line, the Pirates' Lament. What makes this introduction even more special is the flash of excitement on Zoro's usually impassive face as he sees Mihawk for the first time.
It's even bigger than like they even said, because that's the first warlord we've ever seen. Ever. We were I'm like, whoa, didn't even know about the warlords yet. But like you go back looking, and you're like, wait, Mihawk was a warlord at the time. They had no chance in hell of beating this man. No one there. Literally nobody. Maybe Zeph if he was younger, but ain't nobody. Zeph? Did I say that right? Pegleg Zeph? Is that his name? I think so. If he was younger, yeah, and he had both legs, yeah, but nah, not now.
For our next entry, he might fire jelly beans as weapons, have a fondness for donuts, and have the word sweet in his title, but there is nothing remotely sweet about him. Being the second son of Charlotte Linlin and one of the 3 sweet generals of the Big Mom Pirates, Gartakuri is as overpowered as they come, and you know this from the start. There isn't even a doubt, considering that he has a bounty of 1 billion berries. As expected, he manages to shock and awe with his first appearance, such as his power.
I'm mad that door looks so concerned. Look at the door's face. Bruh, the door is so concerned. It's like, oh my gosh.
First appearance, such as his power. That power is an ability to see slightly into the future, a result of polishing his observation haki to such a level that it's given him the gift of clairvoyance, a power almost as rare as his mother's. Without making an effort, Gartakuri is able to predict the words that will come out of people's mouths before they're spoken, predict when an attack is coming and how many people are involved. It's a godly ability revealed right off the bat for one of the main antagonists, and surprisingly, the most sympathetic figure of the whole Cake Island arc.
Katakuri is so cool. I'm mad, bro. I need to start watching it in sub. I Dressrosa took Dressrosa.
Monkey D. Dragon.
Bro, Dressrosa was so good. Like it was so good. It was so good. It just took forever. It took it took forever to get to that point. It was like 2014 when I put someone onto the show, and then she stopped watching at Dressrosa. She was like, "Yeah, it's too long." I was like, "You just burnt yourself out." She watched from episode 1 all the way to like halfway through Dressrosa, and she was burnt out. I don't know if she ever went back or not. But it's hilarious. It was actually hilarious. I was like, "Chill out, take a break. You're gonna burn yourself out." She's like, "No, it's fine. I'll be fine." 2 months later, yeah, I stopped watching. Not 2 months. It was like 2 weeks later. She's like, "Yeah, I stopped watching. It got kind of long." I was just like, "Yes, there's over like 800 episodes at the time," and I was like, "Bro, yes, of course you're gonna get burnt out. I told you to calm down." That being said, I don't want to burn out, but I also really want to catch up because we're not even at Whole Cake Island yet. We're literally at the beginning of Zoe. Just
Another
found out
fact
Sanji
is the
left. Yeah,
father of
that's
our
exactly where I'm
hero,
at.
the son of Garp, and the supreme commander of the Revolutionary Army. Very little is known about this man. We know for sure that he'll play a major role in the story that's yet to be told, but for now, he remains a fascinating secret, which is surprising in many ways, given that he made his debut in the series at around the 50th episode mark. True to how his character has unfolded so far, Dragon first appears as a mysterious cloaked figure in a rain-swept town who saves Luffy from Smoker. The only thing that gives away his identity is the distinctive tattoo on the left side of his face. From the sudden and intense storm that sweeps the town right around his appearance, we can guess that Dragon's powers are immense, but like the man himself, they're still tightly wrapped up in mystery. Till Oda decides to bring Dragon out in the open, we can only remain in awe of this enigma.
Yeah, that's some major foreshadowing.
男の船出を邪魔する理由がどこにある。窮屈でござる。
With the plot of the Wano arc completely centered around him, we've all been waiting to lay eyes on Oden, and the big reveal doesn't disappoint. The shadowy silhouette we've been catching glimpses of for several episodes has finally made way for the man himself, a fierce warrior built for combat. Yet that's just one facet of his personality as we find out. A born never-do-well and wild child, an irresistible heartthrob with not very nice manners, a lout who thinks it's a good idea to cook a hot pot meal on a funeral pyre, a rascal turned do-gooder turned pirate, these two are different sides of Oden. There's probably more. Oh yes, he's got some terrific connections too, to Goldie Roger, Whitebeard and Shanks no less, even as we wind down to the grudge match between Luffy and Kaido that will be the arc's final act. It's Oden's story we'll be following closely in the meantime.
What was that? So cool.
Say Mamma Mia, because our third entry is Big Mom, a sweet hound and the first Yonko on this list.
Oh yeah, 'cause definitely Kaido gonna be on that. That's gotta be on there. His hand just swiveling up out of. That's gonna be on there.
The most powerful female pirate waltzes into the series with a bit of a song and dance. Instead of a display of power or personality, her introduction has a carnival or party mood to it. A tea party to be exact, which is her favourite activity. But look beyond the festivities, the rainbow and the dancing folks, and there's something terribly wrong with this cheerful and harmless picture. The talking flowers and the yummy desserts that break into song are just the tip of the iceberg of strangeness. Big Mom's jolly tune about planning a tea party and a wedding quickly goes into a very dark territory, with lyrics about looting and killing. There's also a murderous look on her face, which clashes with her light and easy footsteps. As far as character introductions go, this is the perfect show for this unpredictable pirate who's as childlike as she is cruel, as powerful as she is peculiar.
There we go, Kizaru. This is why Sabaody arc was like my favorite for exposition.
The most innovative transport solution.
Right before the time skip, and there was just like, hey, let's just introduce. They had all that hype, bro. He was like, let's introduce let's introduce 10 new characters on the same arc. Who are going to be, you want to know more about. All the supernovas, there's 9 that we didn't know about because we already knew about Zoro and Luffy. And then Kizaru. Like, bro. And then actually, not Borsalino. That's Kizaru's first name. His nephew. I forgot his name. But he also showed up in this arc too. It's like, I want to know more about him. Even though he really hasn't shown back up since Luffy came and bitched him. But...
As a Marine Admiral, Kizaru...
I don't know, I like the dub scene where he first showed... Hello? Hello? It's Kizaru here. Hello? I don't know how to spell Kizaru. I'm just... R-U? Kizaru dub. Hey, shut up until Kizaru show up. I love that. He just, hello? you you gonna respond? What's going on? Out here minding his own business.
What the hell? I know I didn't miss him that time. The bullet passed right through his head.
So terribly odd.
He's obviously got some kind of crazy devil fruit powers. Guns aren't gonna work on him. Run for it!
Try to be a legend too.
Pardon me, but I was.
Bro, they face just look shocked.
I'm here looking for a man named Sentomaru.
Sentomaru, that's his name. Sentomaru.
All I
And then yeah, he destroyed the tree.
some own strength sometime.
Not crazy.
Kizuru was goated. His entrance was goated. That's definitely what I was just like, bro, this is a show is unbeatable. Unbeatable.
Undoubtedly has a fleet of naval warships at his disposal to help him get around. But where's the fun in that when you can ride a cannonball, right? Kizaru's entrance in Sabodi is one of the most iconic moments in the series. As far as character introductions go,
That's facts.
it doesn't get more unconventional than this. Him taking down the supernovas like it was nothing was just the icing on the cake. If we talk about the three admirals at this point of the story, Kizaru doesn't seem as compelling a character as Akainu, a ruthless authoritarian, or Aokiji, who's a reasonable man behind his icy exterior. And yet he's the one who gets the most exciting debut among the three. He's been part of some truly engrossing contests. We can only hope that the fun times continue when that familiar figure in a bright yellow suit makes his next appearance.
I need to see it.
やりすぎたね。
And of course, number one,
That
Kaido
brings
with
us
his like
to number
snake
one.
arm flying up.
It's Kaido for the win.
彼は今、自殺をしたのだ。
My fault, yo.
What beats riding into a scene on a cannonball?
Still
Free
shaking?
falling
Stop
from a
it.
sky island and surviving the fall despite landing headfirst, that's what. That suicidal plunge is the moment we most associate with Kaido, the king of beasts and the central antagonist of the ongoing Wano arc. Before his debut, we knew Kaido to be an unstoppable, invincible force, more monster than man. In the episodes since that dramatic first appearance, we know him to also be a tyrant with the power to transform into an ancient dragon, as well as a hopeless drunk with a grumpy disposition. It's these little character quirks that make him interesting as a villain, more than his imposing powers and physicality in his evil deeds. As the Wano arc unfolds and the action intensifies, we can't wait to see his exploits. And this build-up of excitement and
Look at that snake
anticipation,
arm.
I dare say, is all thanks to his fascinating introduction more than 200 episodes ago.
死に場所を求める男の名は
Oh, they actually dubbed this. This happened during Dressrosa. I remember seeing this, yeah.
And that brings us to the end of this video.
That was a lit video, bro. Love me some One Piece. I love me some One Piece. I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.